Yeah, we this video is fine, Steve, but we're already ready to give this video, guys. We're live. President made his debut video, but me and Steve were ready. We don't have to wait this 5 minutes time. We have an intro, an outdoor video. Steve, we're professional. No, excuse me. Well, we're not professionals.
Nor do we pretend to be.
So we're gonna let everybody. Already 13 people watching live. Plenty of comments. We're gonna let everybody. Speedy Gonzalez, Liban Youssef. Who else do we have? Alessandro, Gigi La Patat, Facebook, Frank. Everybody's on here. Steve. We're just gonna give a couple of minutes. But did you like the countdown video?
It was nice, soothing music.
And thank you to our brothers there at IFTV that helped us out for what's the kid's name now? His name
Adamo,
is
Adamo.
Adamo. Excuse me, Adamo. Thank you very much for being up till 2 o'clock in the morning live in the President's bunker. Steve, did you hear that? He was live at 2 a.m. trying to figure out this video.
Presidente can only start his workday at 9:30.
Okay. So we understand from over there. So, Steve, whenever you're ready, you let me know, and away we go. Are you ready?
I am always ready.
Let's go, baby. Because this time we're not gonna be blocked out.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
You are a pal and a confidant, Stevie. Cari amici sportivi, welcome yet to another edition of the Milan Weekly Podcast. Here we talk everything Milan. Oh, Steve is cutting me off. He's cutting me off.
Did you check your audio, please?
I did check my audio. What's wrong with my audio? Hold on a second.
Check your audio, man. Check your audio.
Why? It's telling me that no, the webcam is fine. And the speakers, why? You can hear me well. Don't get me in trouble, President, please. Cari amici sportivi, welcome yet to another edition of the Milan Weekly Podcast. Serie A, welcome to a Milan and a undefeated Milan, and we're not professionals.
Nor do we pretend to be.
Yes, guys, thank you very much for joining us live here on YouTube. We have a countdown video. We have a video to put you out
to end the video. And to
Nitin on he's live on the YouTube comments. Thank you, our 28th patron, Steve. Thank you very much for supporting us. He said, born in India, lives in Washington. We're international, Steve.
I'm gonna have some butter chicken this weekend. Let me tell you that much.
That's some good stuff. So, Steve, before we get into the conversations, I just wanted to give a shout out to our friend Colin that was able to describe to us the experience with him, Milan Club Dublin. We were on together on Saturday afternoon. Spoke to us a little bit about that experience. What a great day for them, and unfortunately not being able to see the players, but they made the best of what they got, did not, Steve? Like a video from Milan News, Milan TV, getting interview with them. Great to see. And I was telling him when I was talking to him, the beauty about us Milan clubs, there's no jealousy. We're all cheering each other on, and that's what's great about it, is it not?
Of course, and that's just it's just how great that club is, right? The all the members, as all the members from all the other clubs around the world, you see that they're very active, they're very involved. They all contribute, whether it be through social media, the gatherings, getting together, designing T-shirts, designing jackets, hats, polos. They go above and beyond that Milan Club Dublin, and they deserve that. And unfortunately, the times did not permit them to meet the players or get a little bit closer as much as we would love for that to happen to them. But you know what? Getting the scarf on the plane, I don't know how they got that done.
Awesome.
They got that on the plane. That was great. And Samuel Castillejo gave them. Yeah, I think that I would assume that jersey signed by everybody, unless he signed it like 25 times.
And they got a shout out from Donnarumma as well, a little video package from him. Awesome from them. And honestly, guys, I think I could speak for all the Milan clubs here in North America. Like, kudos to you guys. Keep it up. We love seeing this, and there's nothing but praise and love from our end, right? And
Yeah,
just a great feeling.
and I know that no player is gonna probably see this Milan Weekly podcast, but you know what? If I would have something to say to the players, it's like, guys, you have to take something from this. You understand? Whatever language you speak, Italian, French, Cote d'Ivoire, Swedish, whatever language you speak,
Cote
Calabrese.
d'Ivoire.
I don't know. Don't they speak French in Cote d'Ivoire? So then here you go. Whatever language they speak, the players need to see these videos, especially Milan Club Dublin, Toronto, New York, Philly, ourselves, Milan Club Montreal. When they see these things, they have to take something from it, guys.
Yeah.
There the passion behind Milan is there, and I hope it transfers to them and it brings them down a little a level to say that what, there's normal people who work 9 to 5 jobs, if not more, that they tear their heart out when they lose, and they cheer the night away and drink the night away when they win.
Exactly, and shout out to Vaza from Milan Club Georgia. Interviewed them on this past week. I love talking to these guys, right, from all over the world. Fantastic. I know we were supposed to get Milan Club Belgium, but I had to translate from French to English. We just try to maybe make it into another time there because I'm not a master translator, but I can speak both languages. See, but we might have Milan Club Norway next one. It's been a great week. Let's start off, Steve, this week. We did have on Thursday Milan Shamrock Rovers in the Europa League. Look, from what I gathered from what we were talking about ourselves with Gio and Colin, not a convincing win, right? But in the end, it was exactly what we needed as a result. But I kept on bringing up your word, Steve, that it's not with Castillejo and Sausage Maker that we're going to make these Champions League, and it kind of showed, right, against Shamrock Rovers. And I don't want to take anything away from the performance, but this is a kind of game that, not for anything, Donnarumma saved us on a couple of goals there, but we wanted maybe. Is it me, like, maybe expecting too much to wanting to have like a 3-4 win? Or like you just told me, Vinny, shut the hell up and take the 2-0 win.
Yeah, we'll get into it with the Bologna game there because I saw some of the comments on the YouTube, and already my blood is boiling. But for the Shamrock Rovers game, guys, look, we know nothing about the Shamrock Rovers. Let's face it. I don't think Milan sends scouts to scout out Shamrock Rovers, and no offense to them. You just saw the difference in quality, and that's unfortunate. That's unfortunately was to our advantage, right? You saw the class of Ibra, you saw Theo Hernandez, Donnarumma, those guys, in the midfield, Kessie and Benacer for the time that they were there. And look, do we want a more convincing win? Yes. I had the chance to speak with the guys in Italian at Milanista Non Evoluto Alessandro, and I told them the exact same thing. Like, no offense to Shamrock Rovers, but Milan needed to kill that game a long time ago.
Yeah.
It needed to be done with, and maybe they would have been able to rest some of their players a bit more. Maybe do a little bit of a rotation with the 5 switches that are allowed now. And look, we're gonna take the 2-0 win. But guys, I'm not gonna speak for. I'm gonna speak for Vinny because I know he's on the same page. We don't disagree about this, guys. If you want to take that next level, you're gonna have to learn how to kill games early. You're gonna have to learn how to kill games fast, and you're gonna need to win convincing. Winning is not enough right now to get to the
Yeah.
Champions League. Winning is not enough. It's winning and convincing.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. But in the end, as we look back in the record books, it will say a win. And we are facing a team that I cannot pronounce the names on Thursday. And then I believe if we do win this game on next Thursday, it's going to be a bit harder. Hopefully, we get it, through these round robins and getting round robins, actually, these one game sec and getting some money, Europa League money. Speaking of that, Steve, talking about wins, we have not lost a game since post COVID. Let's talk about today before we get
Are
into the
you
question.
like, do you call your cousin Johnny? Do you guys talk and you mush this whole thing? You don't talk about winning streaks.
I'm not talking about. I'm just talking about that we haven't lost. I didn't say winning streak. I said we
Well,
haven't lost. A
but
very
that's
big difference.
still, it's still your cousin Johnny mushed it. Now you mushed it.
How did we mush it? We still won. I didn't mush it. I didn't talk before the game. And
No, no,
even
you're not
Colin.
supposed to talk about it. You just have to let it roll. It's like
Okay.
someone who talks about a pitcher when he's in the seventh. The North American people are going to understand this, and they start talking about no hitter. Boom. The next at bat is a single.
I don't talk. I don't talk before the games. I'll talk after the game because I know I'm a mush,
No, no,
right?
but
As
just
we
don't
told
talk.
Colin
Just
when
don't
he was
talk.
showing us those pictures about Juventus and saying all these guys, I'm not talking. I'm not
To-
talking.
Today, Colin sent us a picture on Facebook of someone that was from Milan Club Dublin that was there at the game today, and it was still 0-0. And I told Colin, please tell him to go home. Milan play better when there's no fans in the stands.
And in the end, Steve, we got the deserved 3 points. What were the differences for you seeing Milan versus Shamrock and Milan versus Bologna today?
It's a Serie A match. They know Bologna. They played Bologna the last game of the season. Unfortunately, Bologna right now is not getting the best out of their best players.
No.
Orsolini was nowhere to be found today. Barro from their purchase from Atalanta nowhere to be found. Uh, the left back today, I don't even know. I don't even know his name. And not that I don't know his name, completely forgot his name. He even got red carded. Was terrible. So Bologna today, guys. Let's face it. I saw comments over here. I'm gonna burst everybody's bubble, guys. Bologna was terrible today.
Yeah, they were.
The game could, and this is gonna come back to again. I'm pretty sure we're gonna talk about it. The game had to get killed in the first half. Like this,
Uh,
this,
uh,
this had to be over.
And Derek saying Bologna is mortadella, yeah, because and like Hassan saying better teams will beat this Milan, and if we have to go according to what we saw today, I have nothing to say against what he's saying. But look, I don't want to be negative. We came out with a win, right? That was important. I know Rebic was back in, and did you see Çalhanoğlu? Is he got to that status now, Steve, that he can complain when he gets out? Like,
No,
Pioli
no.
gave him a little back. Okay, go sit down over there.
Chananoglu today was back to his old Chananoglu self. I don't know how that happens, where he just loses touch and he's not on the same page with everybody else. I don't think that he was the worst today. Today, the worst was unfortunately, and I really everybody knows that I do like his work effort a lot. The worst today was Castillejo. Unfortunately, Castillejo today on the right hand side, guys, did not bring anything besides hard work. And he did make up for it for the 1,000 fans, and he did chase down a ball in the defensive zone, and he got a standing ovation. I don't know if it was sarcasm or it's because they're really happy for him, but Castillo did not have a good game today, and
But that's the
that's the
problem,
problem.
Steve, right? The problem is that you love his work rate, but if his work rate is just running back and forth, it's not worth that much, and it's like it's those games that he gives his all, right? But again, like you were saying the other time, Steve, you can give your all, but in the end, if the result doesn't come, your all doesn't mean shit. So it's in the end. I think there was one star out of this game, and that's got to be Calabria, is it not, Steve?
Calabria had a very good game today.
Fantastic game, yeah.
I really liked what he did offensively and defensively. Of course, he was playing on the left hand side with Dykes. That's the left back, the poor left back that got red carded. Look, I'm gonna tell you, when he has a good game, I'm gonna tell you he has a good game. Can he keep that performance for a full year? I don't think so, guys. So we need whether you like it or not, we need some help at the right on the at the right hand side of our formation, guys. And also, too many missed chances, man. We're not talking about that enough. And everybody says, "Dave, you're so negative. You're so negative." A better team will capitalize on that, and a better team will come back. And it's not going to be 2-0. It's going to be 2-1, and we're going to need to suffer. You know,
No,
Benacer can't miss those chances.
no.
Kessie can't miss those chances. You know, too many lost balls when we're in dangerous positions in the final third. cheaply giving back possession to the other team, and it's Bologna, guys. Don't tell me they had a great defensive tackle that
Steve,
dispossessed.
against a better team, we might be looking at, maybe a tie because we didn't capitalize on our chances. And I'm not saying yes, okay, the penalty was there. I don't get, but we shouldn't be waiting on a penalty when we're one man up against a team like Bologna. Nothing taking away from Bologna, but we're coming off a hot streak. We should be closing down these games. How many goals did we score last time, Steve? 5, if I'm mistaken, against the Bologna, the last one.
Four, yeah, four,
4 or 5, I think.
and it should have looked like that type of game. And at 4-0, I don't mind the changes that Pioli makes where he takes out Kajar. Today, guys, everybody, everybody who watched the game, if you come out of that game saying that we don't need a center back, guys, I think you need to go to the optometrist, have a look at your eyes, have a look at your blood pressure, and please, guys, today was scary. Imagine we took out a 38, 39-year-old center back, however old Kajar is. Our,
He's not that old.
anyways, he's old. He's not young, but he's
No.
old. And the person who leads our attack is 38, 39 years old. Let's face it, guys. You want to take that next step. We need everybody to raise their level. It's everybody has to raise their level. Kessie has to raise his level. Benacer as well. Chanalobulu.
Everybody, and,
Everybody.
and let's just say a performance like today against the Juve, against the Inter, against even the Napoli for that matter, it ain't gonna go the way it went today. So let's take the 3 points, Steve, and we'll see what happens on Saturday at noon. And yes, I will be at Chicharo's. Hopefully, Steve, you can join me. Milan Club Montreal. We've launched the new season. We're taking pictures. We're doing a whole membership drive. Make sure you check emails, guys. Let's go straight to Steve to the questions. But we're going to be touching on today's game and what's going on with Milan. First, we'll go to Patreon and Tapiwa. He's been following us from day one, and he's a fellow patron. He says, "Do you think the formation changes going forward to accommodate Tonali into a midfield three with Benacer and Frank? And what would be the pros and cons to that situation? For example, we'll lose a number 10 role that Hakan has been thriving in, etc." So he's saying, do you see a formation change to bring in Tonali with a
Date
team like
scusate. Dammi scusate. Scusatevi a Steve. YouTube world. Scusatevi a Steve.
we got
Today
it?
you saw that Tonali is not ready. Tonali will be fit into this team exactly like Benacer did. Tonali, guys, today you saw is not ready for this team.
He's
This is
fine.
we took a lot of heat, Vinny. We got YouTube. Oh my God, you guys are so negative. Meh, 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 meh. Guys, you
We're not
think I
negative.
don't?
We're realists.
You think I don't want him to succeed? Yes, I want him to succeed. Today, unfortunately, coming in at the time that he came in, and losing possession. Okay, and certain situations in today's game, there was a certain moment in the game where Benacer and Diaz, they felt like they were playing at the park. They were doing stupid Barcelona passes, one useless pass, and then oh my God, I'm in trouble. Who we're gonna pass it to an empty space where Tonali has to get out of shit. That if I'm someone on the Milan team and who's pissed, and the Zebra, and Ibra's a leader or Romagnoli is a leader, you go to Benacer and you go to Diaz and you say, hey, this is not Barcelona tiki-tac bullshit. Because
Okay,
you put him into shit.
I hear you 100%. Even Diaz, Hassan mentioning he does need more time. But Steve, do you not prefer them making these kind of mistakes and getting into the groove when we're up to nothing? Was that not a smart move by Pioli?
No, what the mistake of the tiki-tac Barcelona bullshit, that's stuff that you keep at home. Do that in practice. Do that when you're doing your rondo, when you're practicing at Milanello, and you're doing your rondo, and you want to do your tiki tac, the stupid, because you want to get on the stat board. You want to complete 100 passes, and 75% of your passes are between two people. Then you do then you do these mistakes. Those mistakes are stupid. That's not you're putting another person, and in this case it was Tonali, and I'm not defending him because he should be able to get out of there, but you're putting him in a really bad spot. There was like some really dumb balls. Once Diaz came in and Benacer, they started to do this tiki tack stuff. Guys, tiki tack is not for Milan. We're not tiki tack.
So let's just say they would go to a 4-3-3 with Rebic, Leao, and Ibrahimovic up front, and Çalhanoğlu riding the bench. Do you?
Why? But where do you get these
What
things?
do you mean? Where do I get these things, Steve? They're gonna have to try three midfielders at one point.
Where
Excuse.
do you get this? Where
In
do you
my
get
mind, I'm getting them in my mind.
Get them out of your mind.
How do I get them out of my?
You just finished saying that we haven't lost, and you
Yeah.
want to change formation.
I didn't say we want to change formation. I said if we get to that point, right?
Why?
Sorry, at one point you need a plan B.
But there's no plan B right now. Leao is doing rap videos at home. You're not bringing in Leao. You're bringing in Colombo.
Okay.
So get these things. This is, you know what? They're getting infected by Milan Twitter, or you're
I'm not
playing
getting
FIFA,
it. I don't
or
even,
you're
I'm
playing
not even
FIFA,
on Milan Twitter. How am I
or
getting
you're playing
infected?
FIFA. This is football manager stuff. I don't want to hear this shit on this show. 4-3-3 is out of the question. We cannot play it right now. We don't have the players. We don't have the class. We don't have the depth right now. So why would you want to change formation? Why is it always Steve, the bad person who has
I'm
to
not
bring
saying
everybody
you're a
down?
bad person. You're taking my question completely out of context. I'm just saying is that for whatever reason, Çalhanoğlu gets injured. What are you gonna do?
Party, because we could actually put someone else in there. All jokes aside, I think he's still playing out of position. Last year he finished up great. Guys, today he didn't look. That's not a Milan number 10. Let's get honest with each other, guys. You want to make it to Champions League, that can't be your number 10. And as much as as much as I don't like jumping on a bandwagon and I don't like to see a couple of games, guys, Diaz Diaz is for real. And not for real because I know that he's going to be the best. But you see that level of quality. This is Real
So
Madrid. Real Madrid Scartin.
you
Real
bring
Madrid
in
said, take him on loan.
Diaz, Oli Oxenfree says in Diaz for Çalhanoğlu. Maybe try that out. Who knows, right? He's got the footwork, but he's still
And
got the time to.
and Hakan, for you, the person who has struggled the most in this Milan team for years, for the amount of time that you've been here, and you've never been subbed off, and today Pioli subs you off, and you give him a hard time. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, that
Frank
was.
Kessie came off today and he clapped to the fans and he went out. Hakan Çalhanoğlu, you look like a spoiled little brat. Shut the fuck up, Hakan. Sit on the fucking bench because you had a bad game. And
Watch your language.
next, let's go. I don't give a fuck. This is our podcast. It's not for kids. Fuck you. Hakan sits. I'm fed up with this shit.
What?
We're taking it to another level. The season starts. I made myself a vow. Stupid people will be put in their place. This is my vow.
You heard it here first, cari amici sportivi. Steve, Peter Bernardi wants to know: is there now increased urgency to sign the center back with Kajar maybe?
Peter
Injured.
Bernardi, we're like brothers from another mother. Thank you, Peter. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Guys, Duarte today, unfortunately, it's not for him. Maldini has made some great signings. I don't know who made the Duarte signing, but again, we're gonna say it again. Duarte, okay, we paid more in medical and hospital bills than he's given to this Milan. Today, guys,
We didn't pay
today,
him much.
today, Pioli rolled the dice. He rolled the dice and he took out Kajar. And you know what? I tip my hat to Pioli because I would have never made that change. Because Gabbia looks like Bambi in front of a car.
Gabbia looked horrible today,
Yeah.
by the way.
And he looked horrible against Shamrock Rovers. And that's a
Yeah.
problem, guys. And now today you put on Duarte and they both looked bad. And Donnarumma, those two guys should buy Donnarumma something. Like, I don't know what they could buy him because he probably makes like triple the money that they make and will probably continue to make triple the money that they make. But please, Duarte and Gabbia, if you listen to this podcast, please go into the store, go buy him. Like, I don't know, do they have cannolis in Milano? Do they sell that stuff or they're too chic for that shit?
They probably
If
have
it's
him.
not too chic, 2 dozen cannolis for Donnarumma. Let's go because he saved both of you guys. The rest you would have been quattro, tre e mezzo so Gazzetta dello Sport. Let's
But
go.
Peter brings up a great point, Steve. If well, excuse me, seeing the performance today, should maybe until October 5th, should we look at a center back? As
For
you would
center
call him back
back
in the
is
day, Durante used to call him back in the day. He ain't gonna do it.
Center back is
Gambia,
priority number one. Center back is never mind Chiesa, never mind Depay, never mind center back is number one. Imagine Duarte and Gabi are so bad. They're looking at a center back from Celtic. They're looking at a center back from
yeah,
Celtic, Ajar, Ajax, whatever the hell it's called.
it's about 15 million they were talking
And you know what?
about.
Talking with the guys in Italy the last Friday, I'm not gonna pretend that I know who he is, but my thing was like, guys, come on, we're seriously looking at a center back from Celtic. Hey, after today's game, mi scusate, because you know what, Ajir, whatever his name
Steve,
is,
what's gonna happen if Ajar and Kajar get up on the same starting
it's
formation?
just Kajarie. Both center backs gonna be Kajarie. Guys, center back is priority
Way too
number
much.
one. We are one injury away from total disaster for everything that Maldini and the team has done to bring in to solidify Rebic, bring in some youth at the right back.
Who?
Kulu, that's his name. Kululu.
Ka- Yes,
Kalulu.
go ahead. Okay, go
Anyways,
ahead.
they did so much, and everybody's laughing. I can't pronounce these guys' names.
I love
It's
this,
complicated.
Steve. I love it. That this is what our podcast is all about. We do
So
not pronounce names the correct way. That's it.
So
Excuse me. You don't pronounce names.
center back priority number one. Alessandro, I'm gonna send in this podcast right after we finish, telling the guys I'm really sorry. Look at the guy from Celtic because unfortunately I get that Gabia needs time there, but there's needing time and needing help, and I think it's the latter.
Nitin, our newest patron, saying a pre-match press conference. Pioli pretty much said Paquetá doesn't fit in at Milan, and rather than saying that they're working on it, spoke about the time remaining in the transfer market. Would you want Paquetá to stay, or if not, what would you want for him? Cash, or to be used a leverage of cash plus player deal? Also, Milan versus Bologna should have been hair versus hair with only Palacios ponytail on the line. That's a typical wrestling match, Steve. Hair versus hair, Palacio with the rat tail, but. He brings up a good point. Paquetá, look, we kept on saying it here for weeks in, weeks out. We still felt that he did not have the chance that he deserved. I'm always comparing it back to Bakayoko, where we gave him a chance because we had no choice with the injuries. He sucked for 5 games in a row. All of a sudden, he started playing good. Steve, would you do a straight swap with the guy? Look, it looks like he's not going to be staying. Or am I wrong?
But straight swap with who? Because
That's the
you guys
problem.
have to
Yeah,
you have
you're
to
not gonna
you
do the
guys have to
pie.
you guys have to think about you have to think about the fact that Milan can't lose money. You can't have minus Pulvalenza on this guy. You
They said
spend
what
35
25,
minutes,
Steve? 25.
25, 30 million around there. You're not going to get back 25, 30 million if he doesn't play. Like Shamrock Rovers not even involved in that game. Not involved today. I get it, but at this point, cut your losses. But Milan can't afford to cut their loss because they can't lose money on stuff like that. So they have to find a solution. Unfortunately, we haven't made him play enough, and he hasn't played enough and well enough to be included in all these rumors for exchanging the center back from Fiorentina for add plus money for him, or sorry, him plus money for the center back of Fiorentina. I see Lyon magically in love because Depay, who knows where he wants to go. We talked about it too the other time. Am I interested in Depay? I'm interested in the player. I think he has some talent. The thing is that Depay wants to go to Barcelona. I don't want to bring back people that don't want to be at Milan or want to
He
use
does.
me.
Hold on a second. Steve. Ibrahimovic is his idol. So the only thing that's open to Milan is that he's going to have playing time and he's going to play with his idol Ibrahimovic. Because if he's going to Barcelona, Steve, he ain't starting. Am I wrong?
We don't know what's happening at Barcelona. To be
That's
very
true.
honest, he should probably find a starting spot there. They have Dembele that's always hurt. Suarez looks like he's out the door. The only one who's there and by force is Messi. And is the pie going to a very humbling and great situation at Barcelona? Absolutely not. But I don't want my Milan to be used as a bus stop to their way to Barcelona and Real Madrid. I'm fed up. It happened with Kaká. The same thing happened with Shevchenko. He went to Chelsea, but the bus stop. I know some people are going to say forced to move, forced to move. Yeah, great. My club Milan is as great as those two. I'm going to say it. I don't care. My Milan is as great as Barcelona and Real Madrid. When you come here, you better be ready to wear that jersey. Where what I would love to play that clip there. We're probably gonna get blocked from Nesta.
Yeah,
That we shared during the group chat, where he
yeah,
basically said, he got to Milan, he won the Champions League, and he said, you know what? I'm gonna have a cigarette. I'm gonna write out my contract over here. We won the Champions League. What more can we do? Boom! That summer they buy Yapstam. Wow. You gotta fucking play, my friend, or
yeah.
else you're gonna be sitting on the bench. And that's what Milan has to go back to. No fucking bus stops for them to go to another team. You
Keep
want you want
competing.
to you want to do the whole Diaz stuff where it's a dry loan. Then it's our job to convince that player to stay. If he doesn't want to stay and he goes back, that's okay. But all the scraps, I'm not gonna say I'm saying scraps, but they're not scraps. But all these players that are coming from Real Madrid,
The
and,
leftovers.
no, not the ones that can't fit on their squad because the Spanish
They're
government,
leftovers. Yeah.
the Spanish government just buys all the players for Real Madrid and Barcelona, and they have nowhere to put them. You want to take them at Milan? I have no problem. Just get me to the Champions
That's it. And
League.
we'll
Do
talk when
whatever
we
you
get
want.
to the Champions League. Yusuf was saying, "Do not read my Patreon question. I'm afraid Stevie will grill me. I'll see what he thinks, but
Read it. Read
yeah,
it.
read it. You're just saying didn't want to ask before the game, but now that we have won, can someone tell me who was this guy playing in the right back position? What a performance!
Yeah, he played well, guys. I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. When he played well, and it's not like he had one of those loosey goosey games. He was doing what he needed to do as a right back. I'm just not convinced that he could do it for a full year. That's all, Youssef. Don't be scared, my friend. All love over here, brother.
All love, and let me see here what we have in the Twitter world, Steve. Let's see what the president put as a picture there for Ask Vinny and Steve. I know he's very creative. By the way, today I called him
He's
Steve.
very creative. He should just put our video from last week, like I've been doing for the past 3 weeks, so that people could see the video of last week and join us live on Facebook and
I had
YouTube.
to get I had to get mentally prepared today because I had to call him to ask him about questions about taxes on Patreon, if there's any way, like because of the Milan club, and then I had to ask him about this video. Steve, if I would have to call you and make that call, what are we talking? 2 minutes?
Yeah.
I had to get mentally prepared. It was a full-fledged 10-minute conversation. Presidente, okay, we're gonna do it like this, and then I'm trying to get my question in, but he keeps on cutting me off. But in the end, we got our answers. To the Twitter world, Steve Concord saying another question, guys. So I guess I'm gonna see his other questions there. If you didn't discuss it already, what happened in the last 15 minutes? We look very weak. Is it lack of concentration or confidence, or the boys were just tired? My Interista brother says it's because your bench is bad. In the
What
end,
is, what is what is an Interis talking about benches bad?
exactly. It's just I think being up to nothing is a very big difference from us. Like when we're talking about the last third, Steve, how we never were able to clinch, or like we took our foot off the pedal. It's quite different when you're up to nothing than the games that you're tied or you're losing by a goal. But did you see anything that gathered your attention for the last 15 minutes?
Look, I disagree. Of course, I'm going to disagree with the Interista buddy of who said the question.
Concord.
Concord. I have an Interista buddy too. I try not to listen to him. He's going to be listening to the podcast there, but he knows. I respect his opinion, but I usually disagree. I'm
Yeah.
going to disagree that the bench is bad. I'm going to say that what happened in the last 15 minutes is when you lose your core, which is that center back stuff, when you can get out of the back very easily, and Kajar picks out that long ball. He missed a couple today, but he stretches the field a bit with the long ball. And when you have Gabia and Durante, Kevin Durant, who unfortunately could not do nothing to get us out easily, you're going out from the wides and it shrinks your field. And in the midfield, you have guys who have not played enough together. Magically, I don't know what last year Krunic couldn't buy a minute. This year he went from leaving to going to Germany to then going to Torino to now he's getting minutes. And I have nothing
We
wrong with
never had
Krunic. We have
nothing bad
everything
to say
wrong with
about
him.
Grunic. He always performed every single time he came on. Steve, he did his job, right? So
Yeah. So
I
today we
always
had,
find
we had Tonali, Krunic, and Benacer. Um, Krunic never played. Tonali's brand new, and Benacer, he was the one who played the whole game today. So you're gonna get some sloppiness. I get it, but if the game would have been killed in the first or the beginning of the second half, after we got that penalty, Ibrahimovic missed a open net that he, 2 years younger, and I think he doesn't miss that open net. I think the game, everybody's a little bit more relaxed. Barcelona, Bologna, kind of come to terms that they're completely out of it, and the game's a bit easier to navigate at the end. That's what I saw.
is there a question Concord was about, Castillejo, that, he's a Serie B quality player, if you ask me. And we spoke about the Castillejo, what we feel about him.
That
We love his
that's
work.
absolutely false. Whoever said
I
he's
don't,
Serie B
Concord is
quality
saying
is
he's Serie B quality, if you ask me, paralyzing the team on the right side. Even Calabria don't trust him with a pass. I don't agree with you because Castillejo has shown us more good than bad, Steve. Even though he might not, have the most technically sound game, he's always giving his all. And isn't
yeah.
that not what we're looking for, right?
Yeah, and guys, Serie B is a fantastic league. I'm not taking anything away from Serie B, but Castillejo, what I guess irks people about Castillejo and myself as well is I think he just holds on to the ball a bit too long, and I think when he gets to the final third, his decision making is not, that vision and that game sense. He has to improve on that, right? So, but work ethic and tracking back and defensively, like he contributes to the right hand side and making Calabria have that good game, right? Same thing when Conti's in there, right? So I'm not saying Conti is so much better than Calabria or Calabria is so much better than Conte, but I think when they tried Sausage Maker. They have Castillejo on that side. Those guys there are giving that defensive effort to help that right back have a pretty good, decent game.
Robert's saying, hey, my fellow Canadians, do you know where I can get a 2017 Team Canada soccer jersey? Boo. Maybe I don't think Evangelista would have those. Maybe to try a look online there, maybe on eBay. But no, I have no idea. Steve, any ideas?
2017, no, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Steve, you know what? Let's talk about it's the Serie A. We started, maybe we're talking about last year. Sette minuti de sette signorine. Let's go through the results for the whole week. Yes, Milan over Bologna 2-0. Juventus 3-0 over Sampdoria. Yes, people want to talk about the controversial, but I did read Rizzoli before the before the game started, Steve, saying that there will be a lot less weak penalties. He goes, mica questi difensori sono penguini. Like these defenders are not penguins, saying that, I'm not saying that those actions were wrong, but in the end, were we surprised by Juventus winning 3-0, Steve?
No, but to be very honest, I wasn't really impressed at Juventus. Pirlo came out and says he doesn't copy anybody's style, and I get it. His thesis says that he always wants five people around the box. I get it. You're also playing against Sampdoria. Now, I'm not gonna critique. It's the first game of the year. I'm interested to see Juve, and I think for them making moves to try to get Morata back and this whole Zeko fiasco and drama, I think they need a partner for Ronaldo. Uh, you know, the, the Polish kid from Polish,
Kulusevski or
yeah,
something.
Kulusevski is something really really interesting. He's going to cause a lot of problems. But you know what?
Not
I think
unfortunately.
this Scudetto is up for grabs, guys. Let's face it.
Exactly.
This is not the best Juve. That was a terrible Juve against a very very crap Sampdoria. It's just that you have that Ronaldo that's gonna give you that goal that's gonna put you over the edge, and they know how to absorb whatever pressure, but they didn't get Sampdoria was worse than Bologna today, guys. That's the difference of the 3-0 and the 2-0, and we couldn't score.
And thanks to, by the way, we hit over 50 live viewers for a couple of weeks in a row. Thank you guys. We really appreciate it. Fiorentina did start the Serie A schedule with a win, 1-0 over Torino. Nothing to really write home about here, Steve.
Yes, yes, there's something to write home
Yes,
about, my
go
friend.
ahead.
Castrovilli is a player.
Yeah. Okay. Now you're going to judge him
Castrovilli
after
is a
one game, even you.
It's not one game. He's been doing it all
I
year,
know
my
that.
friend.
Okay.
No,
I
no,
know.
no. Open up your eyes. You can't just see red and black, Vinny. Castrovilli is a player, folks. Very, very good this week.
Let's just see if they can maintain that because they didn't maintain it last year, obviously. And then you had the Roma Verona 0-0 lackluster game there. These are the kind of games that will haunt you, Roma, at the end of the season that you couldn't come up with 3 points.
This could be or my brioche or my indigestion of the week. You pick. But if I read correctly, and please someone correct me if I'm wrong, that Roma botched the lineup for they botched the lineup for the game, and they might lose 3-0.
Yeah, I kind of read that, but so far it's still considered a 0-0 game. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Napoli coming, after the first half 0-0, winning against Parma 2-0. No surprises here, Steve. Gattuso getting it done with the boys, Mertens and Insigne scoring. What do we expect from Napoli this year?
Napoli needs to get rid of this whole
Oh, so
the
Roma
milk
was
drama.
DQ'd. Sorry, Steve. So Roma was disqualified. Holy shit! So they did
So
lose.
that becomes my indigestion of the week. How at a professional level you can botch that. I want to read a little bit more into that before it becomes a full indigestion. I have to take some tums, and it's not because of Roma. It's because the whole ownership changing fiasco that went on at Rome. I hope it resolves itself because you know what? As much as I'm a Milanist, I love Serie A, and we cannot be a team like Rome cannot be the starting to get disqualified because they can't fill out a fucking game sheet. Let's go, guys. This is ridiculous.
Sassuolo Cagliari tying it up 1-1. Genoa with a surprising 4-1 win over Crotone. And
Pandev, l'uomo che non mora mai. Goran Pandev.
Pandev and what's his name? Rat Tail there in Bologna there. What's his name? We just spoke about him. Anyways, these are like those are the guys that are just going to keep on playing in Serie A there. So, guys, that was the first week. We are hitting week 2. I don't know if there's any games on Friday, Steve, but Friday and Saturday, we do have a game. How crazy is that, Steve? We have a game on Thursday and then playing on Saturday.
Yeah,
So
and then you know what's the best? And this is another indigestion for me, is that Inter, Lazio, Atalanta, Benevento, and Udine will play round 2 before they play round 1. Fucking A, Serie A. Fucking A. Fucking A. Wow, that's crazy.
But Steve, are you surprised when you see these kind of things from Serie A?
This screwed up everybody's fantacalcio. Let me tell you that much. I looked at it, I was like, why are they playing the 30th? And then I said, when's round 2? Round 2 is like the 27, 28. Let me even check my calendar. Yeah, round 2 is 26, 27. And then they play 30, 20 on the 30th, but that's round 1. Oh my God, this is like this. And I get it because Inter made it to the final of Europa League and lost, and Lazio and Atalanta Atalanta played pretty deep into the Champions League and lost against the PSG.
Sorry, yes, we do play Sunday. Sorry, Faz, you're right. I'm
Sunday,
getting all
good.
my days mixed up at noon. Steve, I wanted to give you one last piece of news that was announced before Serie A started. Where do you stand on this 1,000 people after seeing all these games? 1,000 people per game. I believe the Saturday games were not allowed. I think it started on Sunday. But how do you feel about this news from Serie A? And obviously, we haven't, seen the consequences or the results of this, but I felt it was a step in the right way. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I like that the 1,000 people that are able to go to the game that I heard today are people that have worked in the medical industry or have helped during the coronavirus, and these tickets are being given out for free. Look, in North America, Vinny, you know that I like football. I watch it all the time. Some states, the first game of the season, it was a Thursday nighter in Kansas City, and they had, I think, if it's 20% of their stadium, it was still 17,000 people. I think that's too much. This week, people started to trickle in Dallas. Dallas had fans. There's been fans in Miami, but these are hot states, and for the United States, that the coronavirus is still something that's real. We can't forget about it. I get the social distancing, but the 1,000 to make it just symbolic to have fans. But Gattuso said the same thing. With 1,000 fans, soccer is still not the same. You need to
It's
you
a
need to fill
start.
them in. It is a start, but is the risk worth it?
Yes, I believe so, because if they're not inviting 17,000 people, Steve, they're inviting 1,000 people in a stadium of 80,000, 40,000, 30,000. For a country that was one of the first countries that was hit really bad with COVID, we need to start making a change. Hey, it's a right start, right? At least they're trying. Everybody seemed like, if you guys saw today, the crowds, everybody was wearing a mask, everybody social distancing. But I think that's my brioche. That's my feel good moment of the week, because I love seeing even somewhat a small amount of fans. I loved seeing that back there. I don't know about you, Steve. Like your ton coup de cœur, as we would say en français, your brioche of the week. Anything that comes to mind?
I think I'll go with the classy move that they actually gave those tickets to frontline workers, to people who deserve it, and for free. That's my brioche. Am I okay with the risk? I'm not 100% sure I'm okay with that yet. Given to, look at Canada, we were more severe than the states in regards to how we tried to lock things down, and it looks like we're heading into a second wave of this stupid coronavirus coming up soon. So
Look
uh,
at our friend Colin in Ireland, right? They've
yeah,
been
lockdown
they
again in
run down for
Ireland.
3 weeks. But I will say this, Steve. One of my sister's friends works for Health Canada, and they were saying that even though we got 400 to 500 cases, we are testing 4 times the amount of people we used to test before. So we'll take that with a grain of salt. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in the end, these are all great steps forward, especially in Europe. Any indigestion? I mean, any agita indigestions this week? Something that pissed you off, Steve? Anything that comes to mind?
For me, there's this whole Roma stuff that I can't believe that they screwed up the game sheet. Uh, the scheduling for Serie A is just something else. You're playing round one after round two. That's pretty strange. But the most there, to be very honest, from our game today is my indigestion was they couldn't kill it off, and I would have liked something that a show of a little bit of a statement game today where they were going to kill off that game right away. Ibra missing chances, and I have to say that I wasn't impressed with the body language a lot of the time with Ibra. He's supposed to be that leader. I understand that he demands more. I understand that he's the show. He is the lion. He is the zebra. Zebra. He is the Zlatan. But man, the negativity sometimes, it's like, even me, if I was a player, they'd be like, it's enough, man. It's enough, because no one made a single move or a single negative action when you missed a completely open net. So have a look at that video. You had some chances that you could have killed the game off too. You could have had 4 goals. It would have been fantastic for my Fanta Calcio, because I had you and you were captain. That means they doubled the points, and you scored me 2. So thank you.
Steve, I'm not the most vocal person about my personal feelings, but my indigestion this week is to the Milan Club Montreal members. Guys, you know who you are. Whenever you need something, we're there. You ask, President is there. You need a jersey, you need a special delivery. We're always there. We ask you for one thing. One thing. We see clubs like Milan Club Dublin, we cheer them on and look how beautiful, organized they are, and all these members. We ask you for one thing: a picture, a freaking picture, just a picture with you in your t-shirts. We're not asking for much here, right? We did a new renewal at half price because this whole COVID thing. We're asking you for a freaking picture, guys. Can you take a picture and send it over to us? I don't think it's asking for too much over here. Steve and I and Marcello that's working always yesterday until 2 o'clock in the morning. We have Anthony, we have Jan. We're trying to do these things all for you guys. We're making
And
music.
Mario, and
And
Mario.
excuse me, Mario, Mariusz, we're taking time out of our everyday lives. So we're not making a salary over here. We're doing this out of our own time. We're asking you for one simple thing. Can you please take a picture? Porco la Madonna. Take a picture, send it over. If you don't want to have your picture on the internet or anything, just let us know. But if you don't answer, right, you're the first ones to ask us if you need something. We'll hook you up. I'm sorry, guys. We're asking you for a freaking picture. Thank you to all of you that did send the picture. Please, guys, per l'amore di Dio, we're asking you for a picture. That's it. That's it. That's the only thing I want. A freaking picture. I feel better now. I love you all. I do.
Very nice.
But
Very
guys,
nice.
once in a while, I know it's all about being lazy, and I'm lazy as well. I don't even answer Presidente sometimes, and then he scolds me. But please, guys, just send us a freaking picture. Give it to Presidente. He's gonna make a collage. Steve, he's gonna download a software. The Presidente is just waiting to do these kind of things in his bunker when his wife goes to bed. Please, guys, just send us a freaking picture.
He got so angry that he lost his internet connection. He went full loss of internet connection for Vinny for how mad he got. Is Vinny frozen or I'm frozen? Someone's frozen. Who's frozen, guys? David. Mic drop. Who's frozen? Vinny's frozen. Guys, all jokes aside, thank you very much. Vinny's out. We're gonna give him some time to. We're gonna give him some time to get down. Try to get back in and finish this off. Thank you to everybody who tunes in live, who likes our videos, who shares our videos, who tells their friends about our videos. Guys, we truly, truly, truly appreciate it. Everybody's blasting Vinny for his cheap internet. The continued support that we get from everybody around the world, and you see a lot of the people here, and for the European listeners, I apologize. We do it at a time that's not convenient for you guys. I know that you guys listen after, but we are very, very grateful for everything that you do, and the Patreons, guys, to contribute financially. That's just something that we never thought that we would get to as a small little podcast from the basement, from Vinny's Vinny's mystical um, bachelor pad. So, guys, I thank you all. Have a fantastic evening. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. I love you all. Ovunque e sempre. Forza Milan! Forza Milan! 3 punti, 3 banane oggi, 3 punti. Ciao! Mwah!